Absolutely. Thank you, Liz. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lake Oswego Chamber of Commerce Friday morning networking session, where we connect the faces of local business with our community and help you get your message out. I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your Friday to join us. Today's business host is one of our newest chamber members who has wasted absolutely no time jumping in to host today's session. Neal Bauer of Bauer Graphics will be our host today, but before we get to Neal, I think we have a new guest with us. Is that right? Where did my screen go?
Well, we'll see if they come back on.
All right. Well, maybe not. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Either way, we welcome everybody. We welcome those of you who haven't been here in a while and those of you that have been here with us regularly. Just a little bit of housekeeping. After our host share, our executive director, Liz Hartman, is going to keep us abreast of all the latest happenings and opportunities within our community, after which our guests will introduce themselves, and then we'll break into smaller groups before coming back for a wrap up. And with that out of the way, let's welcome our host. As I mentioned, Bauer Graphics is one of our very newest business members, but Neal has been excited and vocal, and he wears great hats and has good eyewear, and he's even figured out his video presentation for us today. So if all goes well, this will be as smooth as butter, right, Neal?
Yes. And I am so embarrassed. I am steeped in tech every day. I've got all of my technology behind me, and I am stymied by Zoom today. The one day I need it. I show my expertise. So I'm going to share my screen right now if I can. So share. Let's see if that works. And you'll see yourselves for 1 second while I get over here. Let me know if you guys are seeing the logo.
Yes.
Yep.
Huzzah! We've done it. So I'll be quick here. So Bauer Graphics is how we joined the chamber. Bauer Graphics has been around for a while, but the presentation is going to be about Double Plus. So I just want to kind of walk you through a little bit of this in a minute to explain how we got to Double Plus. So I hope, again, Bauer Graphics is our company, and Double Plus is the DBAs are doing business as under Bauer. So Bauer Graphics, actually, we were supposed to have Heather here. She is our creative director. Heather actually went to the U of O and began her career on the opposite side of I-5 in Oregon Business Park. There was a children's software company called Image Builder. She actually worked on projects like Disney Magic Artist, Highlights Hidden Pictures Workshop, Pictionary, Microsoft Tutor. And around the same time, Image Builder hired another employee who you're talking to now. This is the best image I have with me without a hat. I came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Portland about 20-something years ago, and to work in animation. So I was a 2D animator, and I went to, because I was in Pittsburgh, there's Carnegie Mellon there, and I was able to train under Chuck Jones for a bit, and then went to Deaver School. So I came out here to do 2D animation, got hired at Image Builder to do that, and Heather and I went on to do about a dozen projects together before we did a couple other projects, including marriage, kids, and dogs, and businesses. So yeah, we have 2 kids. One is in Lake Oswego High School. The other is in Lake Ridge High School, so we can see which ones are better. I will be a litmus test for that. They're both great schools. So Bauer Graphics has been around for 18 years and in Lake Oswego for 13 of them. And it's a shame that I'm coming into the Chamber of Commerce this late, but it's effectively, we've been here for a while. We've just been focused on the business more than anything. We really haven't looked introspectively. But, whoa, we didn't come here to talk about Bauer Graphics. So Bauer Graphics has been around, and what we're here to talk about is Double Plus. Like, how does Double Plus come out of this? So I want to make sure that you guys can hear. Did you hear that static? Oh,
yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, this is Double Plus. that is just a teaser reel that shows what's on our site. But all Double Plus does is it puts together programs that connect. We call them influencers, like they're athletes or celebrities or streamers. So we connect celebrities, charities, and brands together through gaming to do charitable good or just unified good. And that's donations, raise awareness, and those programs. So this was an offshoot of Bauer Graphics because as we were building events for people, or as we were building designs for people, we realized that gaming was a massive space, continually growing space, and that's where I've been. So here's how this works. And again, I just want to make sure, hopefully you can hear me. Hang on a second, I'm coming back in. Stop share. Is everybody able to, I just want to make sure. Good, perfect. I'm coming back. I just didn't want to be doing that to myself. All right, give me 1 second. Share. Here's how this works. I'm going to give you a quick example of what a program that we do. So there is a game called Players Unknown Battlegrounds. It is just like a Fortnite type of game, which I'm thinking you've all heard of. So people will be online with these games for thousands and thousands of hours. So what we wound up doing is working with a charity such as the Mamba Mambacita Foundation and creating a charitable event in the game. So maybe it's a tournament or maybe it's a weekend donation drive. But during that donation drive, we would make an in-game item like a patch that you could wear on your character or a shirt that you could wear on your character that you could only get during that event. So for that 3-day event or that tournament, that's the only time you could get that item. And then you would be able to, if you donated $10 during the event, you could get one thing. If you donated a higher number, you would get a different item. But then if you donated like the maximum amount, you would be entered to win some sports memorabilia. Like we are doing a lot of stuff with Nike and Adidas just because we're here. And these programs have been extremely successful. And I'm going to share the one we did. This is from a year and a half ago. This is the Game to Give Foundation. This is Bungie. They make a game called Halo, which some of you have heard about. The in-game item was this little ball called the Ghost. And we wound up helping the Bungie Foundation raise $1.6 million over 136 hours of live streaming. So these are very, very lucrative for charities. And it just, again, the people, the kids and anybody playing these games loves these items because they're, you get bragging rights and a couple other, anyways, I'm diatribing. So another event we did was if anybody had gone to the arcade, when you wanted to play the next game, you would put a quarter up on the machine to let people know that you were going to play the next game. Well, we had Amazon fund every time that someone would play a game, Amazon would give a quarter up until I believe it was $25,000. So we wound up getting 50,000 plays over a weekend and raised $12,000 for charity as a quarter at a time over 2 days. So, and it's a lot of engagement. Anyways, and now we're working on, again, custom shoes from Nike. We had a shoe that was in the World Series. It's the Cat Kicks that was worn for the first pitch of last year's World Series. So again, we do a lot of charitable good through Double Plus. And so the ways that the chamber can help, of course, for Bauer Graphics, if someone needs branding or graphic design or website support or these kind of presentations, not technical support on Zoom, please. Share our service, let them know we exist. For Double Plus, we work with a ton of 501c3s and foundations, and we could always use help on, if we have an event that needs sharing, if you have a social media account, share it on social media. Or I would love to hear your own experience if you have worked with nonprofits within or outside. If you have any connections to foundations, like what it's like I need to know what, because I've worked on the board of a couple of charities, but the more input I have, the better. And again, if there's somebody who wants to throw money at a cause like baseball, whatever, feel free. I'll take that too, or connect you. And anyways, that's all I have to say today. Thank you so much for putting up with my tech stuff. And I'm going to go stop sharing. And that's that. I think I'm done.
Well, thank you, Neil. That was awesome. I love all your graphics, and video games are a huge space for sure. That's pretty cool that you've got to play with some of the biggest players in that space. Does anybody have any questions off the top of their head for Neil? Anastasia?
Hi, Neil, what is the cost to the charity to be involved in one of these?
Yeah, so that's an excellent, so we understand that the charities have very little bandwidth and probably even less funding, and they usually get funding twice a year. We don't take any money from charities at all. Like, it costs the charity nothing except to put it into their calendar. And we know that charities effectively, like if you have 2 keystone events during the year, like you raise at the end of the year and you raise in February or April or whatever, you don't want to cannibalize those events. So that's the big thing that charities, that we kind of walk with charities. It's not like they don't need to invest anything, but we need to have them be willing to put another event on, and not be, because we're opening up a new demographic for donations. So no cost to them, but it does take them wanting to make that step.
Thank you, Neil. I saw Ashley had a hand up.
How does a nonprofit or charity get involved with you guys? Like, how we, I'm using me as an example, get connected and get signed up for one of these events?
So yeah, you talk to me. That's the first way to do that. That's great. If, let's put it this way, say if we were working with Children's Miracle Network or a larger organization, and you're a smaller charity, we would be able to kind of bundle together a series of smaller charities. Let's just say we had a tournament and we would say this round is supporting X charity, right? Or there will be a split or things like this. So we can factor it in. The big thing that we do is provide context, because you can't put Bank of America in with, feeding America and then put a game in that's dealing with killing. Like, none of that makes sense, because the audiences do not jive. We are very, very cognizant and aware of what gamers are, especially younger streaming millennial gamers. So you have to be soft step. So your charity might be a perfect soft step into an audience. That's why I'm saying, if we can talk, I can be like, oh, you are perfect for this. So again, talking is the best way to start the conversation.
Well, Neil, Ashley is definitely perfect, and so is the Clackamas Women's Shelter. And I'm so glad that you guys are going to get connected on this call. That's fantastic. Anybody else have any direct questions for Neil? Looking for hands. Don't see any hands. Oh yes.
You don't all play Fortnite?
Genevieve?
I play a lot of Fortnite, Neil, a lot.
Nice. You got the green screen wall too. I love it. It's beautiful. I haven't seen you before. Nicholas, are you new? I'm also new, but I haven't seen you before.
No, I'm not new. I'm a longtime member, but only a sporadic networker.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Sporadic networker, stalwart support.
I saw your Mario in the background. It was a little,
I think Genevieve had a question, but Genevieve, you've been on mute. You're still on mute, Genevieve. And now her camera went off.
Nicholas, I saw your Mario too late. I am very impressed. Anytime someone shows off their tchotchkes on a call, it's brave. It makes me proud. I have a ton of them.
Fantastic. Nicholas and his wall of tchotchkes. Very, very nicely done, Nicholas. Well, as I can't hear from Genevieve, I'm going to take a moment and take it back to Liz Hartman. Liz, do you have some announcements for us?
I do. It has been a fabulous week in Lake Oswego at the Chamber of Commerce. The fire department came to us and said, we have vaccine. Can you help us get it out to some businesses? So the chamber has been scheduling frontline workers for the last 2 weeks. The very last session is on Monday, and we will have scheduled close to 800 restaurant, retail, bank, hotel, I'm forgetting another fitness and beauty workers this week. So it has been just booming, and we decided to cap off the day today by receiving PPE, personal protective equipment. We have 45 orders in so far to start delivering next week. So that is another big shipment to the community. And if you do know of a business that needs PPE, we should have it for another week or so. It's wipes and gloves and spray. And then we are preparing for the Community Awards event, which I am very pleased to announce is Saturday, May 22nd. It will be virtual, it will be fun, it will be hosted by the fabulous team of Chamber President Christopher Boyer and Mayor Joe Buck. We hope to have some surprises for you. It will be a Saturday Night Live theme, and it'll be Saturday Night Live in Lake Oswego. So watch for the registrations on that. There will be a Zoom link so everyone can attend this year's Community Awards event. We are partnering with the Cruiseway Economic Forum, and because they are virtual, that will be on April 21st, and you can register for that. Most excitingly, it is about preparing for the future, and I think all of us have had quite the interesting year, and this team of presenters will give you some ideas on how to prepare for your businesses for the years to come. Ironically, we had a government affairs meeting yesterday with Nina Carlson from Northwest Natural Gas, and the things she was talking about the future of natural gas in Oregon tells you that energy needs are going to be one of the issues that all of us should be thinking about. And the fascinating fact out of that for you today is that 2.5 million Oregonians are served by natural gas. You may not have thought that. And that's what I have for today, Christopher. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz. Now, as you pointed out to me earlier, we do have a new guest on the call, Dawn Clark. Dawn, if you're able to come off mute and you'd like to introduce yourself to the group, we'd love to hear from you.
Definitely. Can you guys see me okay?
Yeah.
Good. So my name is Don Clark, and I just opened a State Farm agency here in Lake Oswego on State Street back in September of last year. So I'm right next to Nola's Donuts across from where Sur La Table used to be. And I live in Lake Oswego. I grew up in Lake Oswego. My kids go to Lake Oswego High School. So very, very excited with State Farm and opening my agency. So I've been part of chambers in the past, Tualatin and Beaverton for different businesses that I've been part of, and really wanted to consider heavily joining the Lake Oswego Chamber, and just wanted to come and attend and see what it's all about.
Fantastic, Dawn. Welcome to our community and welcome to the neighborhood. You grew up in Lake Oswego. My business actually grew up in that building you're in currently. So
Oh my gosh.
You just tell people you're right where state and intersect, and if they don't turn left or right,
Yep.
they run into you, right?
You run right into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome very much. Congratulations on the start of your business.
Thank you.
You've sort of seen the format. We have a host for each week. We have announcements, and then we're now going to split into some small groups where you can interact and network with 3 or 4 different members, so you can get to know each other that way. And
Okay.
our thought for the day is essentially, we're always looking for what is it you would like us to know about your business, so that if we meet somebody else in the community and they're curious about your business, what facts should we have on the top of our head regarding what you do if we were going to share